Hey guys, how's it going, everybody? Um, so I forgot to move my mic most closer to my mouth as always. So I don't have song requests on right now for this. I'm just gonna be playing some music in the background so that it's not super boring for everybody. And so that I can hear something while I'm doing this. I can't just have silence while I'm modding. That's weird. Weird. Also, sorry, my setup, I'm going to be looking this way. The camera's here, but my monitor's over here. So, but anyway. So, hey, haven't done any modding in like 4 years. So I thought I'd jump back into it. Tell me if the music is too loud. I can turn it down. I mean, I can obviously turn it down in my ears and it's fine. But if the music is too loud and it's overshadowing me, tell me. I'll turn it down some for you guys. So yeah, we're going to be jamming to 2000s tunes, I believe. I don't remember. I know mods can do links. So if you want to be completely safe about it, you can send it to Dietz and she can send it on, or to Shmi. I don't remember how I have links set up. I know mods can do it. I just don't want you getting shouted at if I don't have any of the commands set up. I need to go through and set up commands better. I am not a pro streamer. Not a pro streamer. Okay, so we're going to be working on the Game Gear. Going to be turning a Game Gear into a console that I have dubbed, well, I haven't actually dubbed it. My friend Jen, we came up with the idea a long time ago to turn the Game Gear into a console back before it was actually quite the thing to do. There's a lot of people who have done it now. But we came up with the name of Game Cog because, you know, a gear and a cog, they're kind of the same thing. So it's going to be called the Game Cog. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be working on. And today's going to be all electrical work because I still don't actually have the means to be able to do any casework yet. But I need to make sure I have a working Game Gear before I do anything case-wise anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Yeah. So come over here. Turn my light on so that I can see better. Right. So this is the Game Gear that I am hoping to be working on. I do have lots of Game Gears. Lots and lots of them. But I'm going to start with this one because it's the only one that's actually closed still. So it has all the screws. It's the only one I have that has all the screws in it. So yeah, but my friend Jen actually sent me a whole bunch of these Game Gears, and they're ones that she did some work on already. They did some work on, and they marked that this one won't stay on. That might be a cap issue. We'll find out once we get in there. So yeah, I'm gonna open it up. Lol. Yeah, you should always make sure something works before you start modding, even though, well, unless it's one that is like this and you're modding it to fix it to hopefully make it work, obviously. Obviously. We just need to get into the Game Gear. Also, all the cases I have no battery compartments. Like, I mean, I wasn't going to use the battery compartments. I was going to fill them in anyway. It just means it's a little more difficult for me to do what I want on the back because I'm going to have to create a plastic piece. And then, yeah, instead of just... I swear I had battery compartments at one point in time, but I don't know what happened to the battery lids at one point. No, when I was in college, I actually came across the granddaddy of all modding. His name's Ben Heckendorn. I came across his forums back in the day. I don't think they exist anymore. But there was a whole community there of people who were doing this stuff. And for the longest time, I was just planning on commissioning somebody to do one for me. And then the more I was reading into it and the more that I was looking at all of it, I was like, I can do that. It's like I've I've never done any of this stuff before, but I can do that. It's just being patient, and I can be patient when it comes to this stuff. I can be very patient when it comes to this stuff if I have to be. So when I started my first project, which is the Handy Duo, Simmer! Hey, Doge. Hey, Doge. I knew it was Doge, not dog. How you doing? Thanks for coming and stopping and say hi. My streamy weenie woo woo woo. Yes, Simmer, I am streaming. But so I started work on my Handy Duo, which was my very first attempt at any of this, really. And I was posting in the forums at the Ben forums, and showing my progress. And for the longest time, people didn't believe me that it's the first time I'd ever done anything with it. They're like, you're doing too good of a job. But then it became evident that it was my first time when I got so excited the first time I actually relocated something electronically. They're like, okay, we believe you now. This is your first time doing this. You just happen to be really good at your casework. I'm like, casework's just patience, man. It's just patience. I am doing pretty darn good. I am a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie. I haven't actually modded anything in about 4 years. It's not that I don't think I know how to do it. It's just I feel a little bit rusty. So hopefully I don't do any damage. We'll see. To storing and organizing screws and other parts, uses ice cube tray. Yeah, ice cube tray is a very good way to store your screws and stuff. It is a very good way to do it. I just don't have room on my table. I have a 3 foot by 3 foot table, and it's taken up mostly by things I need to do modding. And I just don't have room for an ice cube tray up here. Did I miss a screw? I can't see down in here very well. Wait, I have an actual flashlight right here. Oh, there's a screw. I did miss a screw. Too busy talking, missed a screw. And it's an obvious one. It's not even one that's down in there. It's right there in the battery pack. Right there. I missed that one somehow. Don't know how, but whatever. Okay. Now there we go. That's better. Okay, so yeah. My friend marked that this one won't stay on. However, it hasn't had the caps replaced. And one of the big issues with the Game Gear is that a lot of the models, they used bad caps. And the caps are all these square things. They're... Who the heck is calling me? Go away. I am busy. These square things are capacitors. And they use bad ones on it, and a lot of them are known to go bad in the original Game Gears. So a lot of Game Gears, if you have that, either they have powering issues, or if the screen isn't working. I mean, granted, the screen on the Game Gear is horrible to begin with, but if it's worse than normal, it's most likely bad caps. So you can go in and you can remove all the caps and replace them, and a lot of times you'll end up with a working Game Gear again. So yeah, hooray! So I usually don't bother with the ones on the power board, but I think I'm going to have to this time. And the audio board I don't think has caps. No, it does. It has 2 caps. But the audio board caps generally don't go bad. It's usually the motherboard and the power board. This is the motherboard, all this right here over here. This is the power board, and this is the audio board. So it has 3 boards in a Game Gear. Come on. Wait, I forget which way it always wants to let go. Over here? Yes, let go. If I can separate these, please. There we go. So I don't need this right now. So that can go away. Actually, not on top of that. That's where all the caps are that I need. You can go over there for now. I know, right? But the capacitors were known to go bad quite quickly, like 10 years probably. Like people were having major issues and having to replace their caps already. They're just not very good caps. And unfortunately, all of the caps they have are surface mount ones, which, well, surface mount is not horrific, but these square ones, they're a pain in the butt to get out. And it's because they sit flat and they're just annoying. But we are actually not going to leave it in the case. I'm going to take it out and just set it down so I can work on it better. Let's see, this is a one chip board. That's important for me to know. Yes, surface mount are annoying, but I remember back the first time I ever experienced them and I hated it with a passion. They're not so bad anymore. Like, I can do it. It's just annoying. This is actually a pretty nice case, so that's a good place to start also. My plan for the case, actually, I'm going to be just using... I'm going to be using the case as is, basically. Like, I'm not going to be making a new case. I'm going to be turning this into a console itself. So I'm going to be filling in, like, obviously where the buttonholes are. I'm going to fill in this little part here, and obviously the divot over here for where this is. I'll fill in the speaker holes. We're going to get rid of the screen, obviously fill that in. It's where the cart slot's going to be. I'm going to have the cart slot going up and down right here, so I'll have to relocate the cart slot. We will put the power button somewhere on the front. I haven't decided where are the power switch. I don't know which side yet. I haven't decided that. But then we'll have somewhere up here will be the controller out, probably in the center, because there's only going to be one. I'm not going to mess with doing two-player stuff because that'll have to be a second Game Gear. Like, I'll probably leave the export functioning, so if I ever actually wanted to hook up my handy gear to it, once I fix that, I can, and then we can play two-player things together if we want. Like, we can play some Super Columns together. Yeah. But I'm just going to leave that at the back because I'm not going to really be using that very much. But yeah, and then on the back of the case, since the cart slot's not going to be there anymore, I will fill this in to make it even with that. I will fill that in, fill these holes in, fill that in. Which means if I'm filling this in, obviously I can't use these two screws because I won't be able to get to them anymore. But that's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm going to make it just look, it'll be flat on the bottom because it's currently not exactly flat. So I'll make it flat on the bottom so it sits nice and flat. And it'll sit like this. And it'll have the cart slot here with the controller port there. And the power somewhere on the front with the logo. I don't know, probably across here. So we'll see. Hey, I don't know, me neither. How you doing? But yes, that is the plan. The casework is not going to be a ton, but it's enough. It's enough to get me back into doing this stuff. I also just remembered I forgot to pull up a cheat sheet I have. With me not using the screen anymore, the Game Gear itself normally runs on 9 volts. But that's because of the screen and the way that the lighting for the screen works. When I remove the screen and the lighting for the screen, I don't need that anymore. So I can get it down to 7 volts, which is more power efficient. But there's a few things I need to remove to be able to do that. So I need to find that cheat sheet. But first we're going to just work on getting a working Game Gear before I start removing stuff like that. Excuse me. Let's see, more screws. And I'm not joking when I say I have a ton of Game Gears. I have like 7 or 8 of them in cases. I have like 4 or 5 other boards that are just out of cases. Like, I got a lot to work with. But I'm not using a battery, so it doesn't matter, kitty. And there are 7.2 volts is what I use for all my portables, and they're the Li-ion batteries that I use. You put 2 of them together and you get 7.2 volts. But this isn't going to be a portable, so it won't have any battery. It's just going to be I'm going to be getting a PS1 power supply, because it's the same jack size and it's wired the same way. And then that way I can use less power. I won't be as power wasteful whenever I'm playing the Game Gear on my TV. A lot of the older systems actually are stupid power wasters. A lot of them only require 5 volts, but their power source is like 9 volts and it steps it down, and I don't understand why. It's just wasteful and it's so annoying. Yes, really. What was the ad, Talonstorm? I keep going further this way, I'm sorry. I need to be over here so y'all can see. But I'm also only unscrewing right now. It's not really that important. Charmin toilet paper video game style? Okay, that is weird, and I definitely have not seen that before. It's just not needed though. Like all of my portables, Scotty, like the only way that they run off of 7.2 volts when they originally are 9 volts is because they only need 5 volts. Like all of them have the it's been so long since I've worked on this stuff, I don't remember what it's called. It's the step down. I'm gonna discredit myself here because I don't remember what things are called. It's the one for making things 5 volts. And I don't remember what it's called at all. But I use those in the portables so that the consoles can be powered. The screens I generally use 7.2 volts, so that's why I use 7.2 volts. Well, this is a Game Gear I've never seen the style of. Interesting. That can go over there. So I've seen many a Game Gear on the inside. I've never seen one set up, stop glaring, like this. Like, I'm not used to it being 3 separate ribbon cables. It's usually just one. And also, it's normally always floppy. Like, as soon as you take it out, it just flops down. This one's actually secure. And it's also connected over here. I've never seen this before on a Game Gear. And I've opened several Game Gears before. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. I mean, it's one of the later styles because it's 1 chip. The original ones were 2 chips. Which there is a big difference with how you wire up the TV out thing to a 1 chip and a 2 chip. But that is going to be interesting for me to get the screen off. Because like I said, it normally just flops. I guess it can stay for right now. I guess it's not hurting anything right now. It is a regulator, but it has a specific name, Shmi. It's like a 1085 or something like that, or something. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've actually done the modding thing. My thingy-magiggy. Not this one. I don't think they messed around with this one. They just said that it wasn't working, but it doesn't look like they opened it up. And even if they had messed around with it, it wouldn't it wouldn't be that. They were working on LED modding Game Gear screens because that also made them a lot easier to see and better screen quality. but this one has not been modified. So yeah. No, it's not a Japan board, even though it does have Japanese right there, but that's always on the inside in there. Who knows? It's probably just one of the later, like, the last models that came out. Like, they did make different models a lot, so. But and it is one of the Sega ones, right? Because I know that there was another, yeah, it is definitely a Sega one. I know that there was another company that was allowed to release them for a little bit there, but no, it's definitely a Sega model. It's just one of the later serial numbers. But yeah. Anyway. The board's sticky. If it's UL listed. Lol. Okay, so first things first. We need to work on replacing all of these stupid capacitors. Which I need to get out my tweezers, which I don't remember where they are, so bear with me a moment while I try to find. No, I probably have them in my other tool place. I got this. Sorry when the camera's shaking, like I have some of my tool stuff up here to get into. I got a really nifty like drawer thing. It's 2, 3, 4. It's got like 12 drawers in it. I got it, I put everything in it, and then I didn't ever mod. So yay. Let's see what's all in here. I have myself like boxed in the corner in this room. Come on. I just need my tweezers. There we go. Oh yeah, they to make it easier and cheaper, like they keep upgrading it and stuff. Come on, I know that I'm sat really close to you, but we can do this. We can do this. Go back in. Thank you. Because I just needed my tweezers. Alright. Right. So. And it's also not fun because I didn't actually get out my solder. Here's a good question, guys. If you were me, where would you have your solder? Oh, I see it. It was in the everything drawer I just pulled out. So old solder can be very, very hard to get liquid again. So the easiest way is to actually reflow it with some new solder. So we are going to start. We're going to start with this one right here. You're hot, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can already tell that this has bad caps. You can tell by where their solder pads, like if they look really crappy, and these ones look really crappy. So hopefully swapping out all the caps is what it needs. Come on, let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you. So that's one. However, we need to make sure to not get ahead of ourselves because I need to remember what which each one is. They also might not have known at the time that they were bad, that they weren't very good caps. That is entirely possible. Like they might have thought that they were getting okay caps and they ended up just being faulty. That does happen from time to time. Where is that? Get rid of the little solder clump that's on there. That's better. Not quite so much on there. Okay. I forgot to get my sponge wet. You would think that I would have my solder next to my iron in the drawer, but it was not. It should have been, but it was not in that drawer. Yeah, sometimes they just use cheap stuff on purpose, but other times they don't realize they're using cheap stuff. It's not always the company's fault. Not always. Sometimes, but not always. I actually think I need... Man, I have a bunch of batteries stacked up here. I was trying to find one that was working prior by actually putting batteries in, and I just left the batteries here. They're going to go rolling across my desk. A moment while I move them. Come here. But yes, the capacitors on Game Gears are known to be bad so much that you can go and buy capacitor sets for Game Gears. Like, they already have them. All the exact ones you need. The exact number of them. It's crazy. Let's see. I need... What was that? 33, 6.3 volts. Could have swore that I had more than just one set of recaps, but I only see 133. Is there another 33 anywhere on here? Because I'm going to be in trouble if there is. I don't think so. Okay. $33. I need you also. Okay, so caps have a definite plus and minus side to it. It's not gonna, I don't have autofocus on right now, so this one you can tell because this side that's gray, that's the minus side, and the black side is the plus side. And that's very important for when you actually put these together. Now, the caps I'm replacing it with aren't meant for surface mount. They work for surface mount, but they're meant for through hole. But they all have a stripe on one side. That's the negative side. So I need to make sure to wire it correctly. Otherwise, it'll do no good. In fact, it could possibly even ruin the thing. So it went on that way. So that means that negative needs to be on this side. So it's going to go like this. So I don't need the legs nearly as long as they are because it's way longer than I need them to be. We're going to spread that a little bit. And I'm going to just have it set like that. So I only need them to be like 2 there. All right. Tweezers. I use tweezers a lot when I do this stuff because components get hot when you're soldering, believe it or not. I do not know this song. All right. However, sometimes using tweezers is not helpful because they slip. Like right now with my hands being shaky. There we go. That's one replaced. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to replace on the board right here. All right, on to the... Why are we putting whiskey in the picture? No, I don't drink when I mod. It doesn't help. It just makes me make mistakes. And my hands shaking aren't necessarily from me being nervous. I actually have quite shaky hands when I'm modding. It's amazing I'm able to get this stuff done sometimes. It just all depends on the day. All right, next one up. We're actually going to go up to this this big one up here. Do that one. This is fine. Word to the wise of anybody who does modding with anything like this. When you cut off the little legs from like capacitors and stuff, don't throw those away. They're really good ways to make connections with stuff. That could go over there so they're out of the way. Okay, so first of all, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what it is about soldering. I just get shaky hands when I'm soldering. It's really annoying. Always keep in mind where you have your soldering iron. Don't accidentally melt some plastic that's nearby. There we go. That one was really messy. Like, that solder spot looks like crap. Like, it really looks like crap. Smells like crap, too. Mm. Okay, that cleaned it up a little bit. Wife, could you do me a big favor? Hayes, could you do me a favor? Could you just go put some water on that? Not a ton, just a little bit. I could get up, but I've basically trapped myself back here. Just a little bit of water on it in the middle, please. Thank you. Okay, so that one is a 22. Just a skosh. So a 22, right there, 22. Yep, thank you. Just needed a little bit, just so I'm not burning it every time I put the soldering iron on it. Thank you. So instead of it burning it, it's just gonna go and make smoke instead. There we go. Scotty. Whew, I would be nervous about that too, XB. I would be very nervous about that too. So I do not blame you one bit. So before I'm putting the 22 on, we're going to go ahead and get this one off because it's going to be in the way. That's going to be in the way. Trying to make sure I'm not getting my head in the way. Okay, I'm not getting my head in the way. Good. All right. You also have to be careful when pulling up old components that you're actually getting the solder loosened, because you could just rip up the whole solder pad, and that's never a good thing. And I have done that many a times trying to do stuff. Come on. This thing's being very stubborn. Get off. There we go. Hey, Hurricane Moss. You need to use a hammer. That'll get her done. There we go. Clean those up a bit. Perfect. Right, so I can go ahead and put the 22 on. Uh, 22 about right there. Of course, they both shot across my desk. Try to not lose track of them so they're not getting everywhere, especially with having cats. I don't need cats choking on these. There we go. Get those out the way. And then make sure I got negative on the right side. Negative. Those need more solder. That solder pad looks really not good. Okay. There we go. On to the next one, which was a 10. 10. Maybe. Boop, 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 boo. Okay, I need it to be about this long. Come on, pick it up. Thank you. What's going on? Video has paused. Yes, continue. Stupid thing. Why is YouTube getting to be like Netflix? Are you still watching? Yes. Yes, I am. Don't judge me. All right. Should have maybe put this one in before the other one. That is a horrible, horrible job. That is way too far away from the board. Twist it down. Mm. That is really badly done. There we go. Hey, Siphoning Light. You smell art. How's it going? Right. This 10-volt one next. These are trash. My little trash pile can be over there. It has been a while. Oop. Oop. All right, let's rip that one up, except not really. Don't ever rip your electronics up because, like I already said, you can accidentally pull up the solder pad. That is not a good thing. Then you have to trace it back further on the board, and it's harder to solder to, and it's really annoying. So don't do that. Bad idea. I am turning a Game Gear into a console. So right now I have a Game Gear that a friend of mine sent to me with the notation that it doesn't stay on. So I'm trying to get it to work again, first of all, and then I'm going to turn it into a console. Yeah. So that I can play my Game Gear on the TV. That was a 10 I just pulled up, right? Why did I move it over there already? Yeah, because I have two 10s. 10. Come here, 10. Yes. So it'll be a dedicated console on the TV instead of a portable. Because that's what I like to do, turn consoles into portables and portables into consoles. Sega. Yes, Sega Game Gear. I left these legs longer than they need to be. Which means they'll get in the way of that. There we go. I've turned one of those Commodore 64 and a joystick type things into a cart for the handy P&P, which unfortunately is in pieces right now. Do, do, do. Bend, please. Or don't bend. That's cool too, I guess. I guess that's cool. I do not know this song either. I don't think there's enough solder on there. Yes, I believe the UK version actually has different games on it than the US version. I never messed around with it much. I just modded it. And then it kind of sat. Okay. Those are both there. And then it's the clump of them down here that they're all in the way of each other. Rude. So rude. Needs more cowbell. Lel. It's important to stay hydrated. Especially when you're working in a very hot room with a soldering iron right next to you. Yeah, I never had a Commodore 64. It's just when I was doing my handy P&P, I wanted to make as many carts as possible. So I was getting as many plug and plays as possible. And I was like, that'll be a cool one. Don't know anything about the Commodore 64, but that'll be a cool one. I hate all these ones that are bunched together. Hydration is the key to performance. Also, you have to be careful because there's really tiny surface components right around these, and you don't want to accidentally like disconnect those. So these ones are pains in the butt. Super pains in the butt to get out. Come on. It's like not even loosening. I can almost see what I'm doing. Come on. There we go. One side is loosened. There we go. That is a 22. Let's see, we have a 22, a 47, 10. Need to put these over here in order so I know where they're going. 47, what did I just say? I had a 22. I don't have any other 22. What the heck? What have I done with all of my caps? This is not good. 47, a 10. I guess I should have looked beforehand to see if I had the right ones. I thought I did because I was sent a whole bunch of caps for modding Game Gears. It's another 47 down here. And then a 1. 1. So did I, kitty. Let's see, so I am missing a 22. Do I have any anywhere else? Those are all 100. Crap. It's okay, though, because I have another one over here that they already did the cap mod on. Ouch. Which one was it? Is it that one or is it this one? I can steal a cap. It is not that one. So it's this one. I need a what? I need a 22. There's a 22. Steal. There. Another 22. Hopefully I don't need yet another one. That was an amazing performance. Right, so the 22 was the one I just took off, so that needs to go there. So it's 22, 47, 1, 10, 47. Okay, let's get these off. Come on, thank you. Just in case I get myself confused, I'm going to put these ones in the order also. I actually don't know what I put in it this time. I believe I have my strawberry oatmeal one in right now. Oh, do you like my new shirt, guys? I mean, you can't see all of it because it's hard for me to stand up. But I got a new Zelda shirt. Saw it in Walmart yesterday and I had to have it. All right, let's get that one off. Lego. That one goes here. Okay, kitty, no problems. Have fun with kitten. These are the annoying ones because they're like facing each other and they're close together. Rude. So rude. Stop moving. Bored. Come on. Thank you. Let's go there. All right. Clean these spots up a little bit. Uh-oh. I accidentally tear that solder spot up. This does not feel right. There, it was just really dirty. Really dirty. Okay. All right. Let's see. Right. So there. I think that's connected. I think. Oop. Now it's not. There we go. There we go. Bum, bum. It's your birthday. Need to just take a small break. My back hurts from leaning forward. All right. Please get into the solder. Stop raising up. Oh my goodness. Sometimes using tweezers is annoying because they keep slipping. Right. One last one. Then we might go ahead and pause and test to see if it'll actually stay on. Said it might be the ones on the power board for that though. All right. We are going to pause and see if it'll turn on and stay on. I need you. Whoop, nope. That way. Oh, that's just for the speaker. I was like, there was one other thing that was plugged in. I don't care about the speaker. Welcome back, Scotty. Marmite on toast. Gross. You gross. I know this is... Oh, I forgot the buttons are in there. I know that's not the right way. I just want to make sure in case the power button is on. I'll have to get the buttons later. Nope, still doesn't stay on. Red light comes on, screen flickers on. So it might be the power stuff. They need to be replaced. Yeah, buttons are everywhere. They really are. Alright, XP, no problem. I can almost reach. Oh, man. Had it in my hand and then dropped it. Should just be one rubber pad down there somewhere. No idea where. I'll find it later. Let's see here. Why are there two Eminem songs back to back? I mean, I like Eminem and all, but that's weird. Okay, so we're going to take the power board out, have a glance at it. Or at least we're going to try to take the power board out. The power board's annoying. Probably, that's why I was trying to get them off the floor. Okay, the power board is annoying because you have to get part of the battery compartment out with it. I don't like moving the power board. There. I think the problem might be this component right here, because it looks loose, which I believe is a component I'm going to end up not needing. I believe that's one of them I pull off, but I don't know right this second. Let's actually see. This is one of the lovely things about having so many Game Gears. See about stealing a different power board. See if that will make it work. This one says it just needed caps, which means it should work. But I wanted to do my own cap replacement because I'm like that. So let's steal this. Come off. Come off. Ugh. see if we can get a working Game Gear between the two of them that at least will power on and stay on. Because I do need it to power on and stay on to be able to make a console, obviously. Okay, so this can go away. Right. Put that back in. Put one screw in to make sure it's in place. Move this. Don't want it falling out of place. Okay. And then go ahead and put the batteries in. Actually, we're not going to go ahead and put the batteries in because I still don't know which way is supposed to be the on and which is off. I don't think it says on the case. Nope, just says power. Rude. So where did I put it? There it is. Why is it all M&M stuff? We're skipping. Which means we're getting an ad. I mean, I like Eminem, but we don't need 3 of his songs back to back. That goes there. Don't tell me you won't fit. You should. You're exactly the same thing. Putting you in the right way, aren't I? These pens are slightly bent. That'll do it. Come on. Go in. Man, is it gonna make it that I actually can't just try having a different power board? That's a bunch of bull honky. Because of course that side doesn't actually lift out. Bunch of bull honky, I tell ya. Yep, I really think it's gonna be that much of a jerk. Jerk! It's like I scanned your playlist. Lol. Okay. Come back out. I've gotten it stuck now, guys. Right. Okay, so and I've never seen this exact board before, so I'm probably not going to have another power that is similar to this connector. They're almost exactly the same power-wise, but of course just ever so slightly different. Nope. However, nope, no, because I need one that's like this. Dang it. These are all just motherboards, no daughter boards. I got it. Whew. That had a battery explosion. That's gross. This is probably also not the right connector. Where is the original one? Lovely, huh? Okay, so not that one. We're going to look through all of our different Game Gears to see if we can find one that is correct. I can just swap the power board and see if it'll work or not. This doesn't have a power board in it. Heh. This is one that I had for my handy. This was for the handy gear. That's why there's not a power board in it, because the power board's still in the handy gear. This one's been LED modded. Nope. And I would choose the one that is the only board like this I've ever seen. I would. This is how the screens normally are. Is just like that. As opposed to all of the other, and they're floppy. Flappy! Instead of secured to the board like the one that I have is. You know what? I could probably make it fit now that I'm looking at it. We're all about modding things here, right? My favorite project that I have done. Um, um, that entirely depends, honestly. My least favorite's probably the handy gen. Um, but my favorite, I have, like I have nostalgia favoritism for my very first one ever, the handy duo. Um, because it took forever and it still works to this day just as it did when I finished it. I've never had to do work to it again. All my other projects I've had to go back and fix. Um, the Pocket Atari, I'm also one of the most proud of because that's one that somebody said I would never be able to do. I wouldn't be able to get batteries in it and it have any sort of battery life to it, and I did it. My handiness is probably my personal favorite because it's one of the smallest original hardware Nintendo portables in existence because most people use clones instead. And I modded the NES 2, which people said is a sacrilege, but I don't care. It's what I wanted it to do. My handy PNP is probably actually one of my most impressive ones, but it's all in pieces right now because it was it's literally making my own console and all the carts for it. So I know wife finds that one, likes that one the best. She thinks that's the best of all my projects. That's because that one took a lot of ingenuity. Like, because yeah, I basically made my own base console and then stuffed all the plug and plays into cartridges and made them into cartridges myself. And the handy gear I also love because it made a better Game Gear. Like, so really the only one that's low down on my list is the handy gen, and it's not because it wasn't an impressive or anything project. I, I don't have any nostalgia for the Genesis or for the Game Gear for that matter, but like I was a Nintendo kid growing up, so but plus it was a pain in the butt to work on. But yeah. My Nintendo I also love because I can save space. Right. I was working on modifying this so I can get this thing to fit in. Because it will fit in there one way or another, dang it. I charged up all of my existing projects that are still together to show off. And then I realized yesterday that literally the only one that does not need work and works as is of when I closed it up was my Handy Duo. And when I closed it up, it had issues with the D-pad. So it hasn't changed. It has issues with the D-pad. It's always had issues with the D-pad. But like I found out yesterday that the Pocket Atari, the left doesn't work anymore, and the color wheel is not working properly. It's always wanting to be in black and white unless you like push up on the color wheel, which isn't how it should be. So it's probably a grounding issue. The handiness audio out isn't working to the speaker. It works through the headphones, which means it'll also work to the AV out to the TV. The Handy Gen I've known for a while that the video line doesn't work anymore. I know it's not dead because I can hear the game, but I can't see it. So, like, they all need work, and that's really annoying. But it's kind of just how it is when you do this stuff. It's one reason why I like to build stuff for me and not necessarily for other people. Because then when they're like, it doesn't work anymore, I'm like, oh, well, too bad. So to force this other pin connector in, I'm going to cut just the edges off. I know it's not focusing, sorry, but I'm going to cut the edges off so there's room for it to go down, basically. My first console was actually an Atari 2600, and then we didn't get another one until the Super Nintendo. So, yeah, I didn't get a Nintendo until I was in college. Um, so I was a huge Nintendo girl because of my Super Nintendo. Plus, I also bought it with my own money because I I came from a pretty poor family. My parents had no issues with us getting game consoles, but they always made it very clear that we would have to pay for all of it. And I took that so seriously that it was several years of having game consoles before I asked them if I could ask for a game for Christmas or my birthday. And they were like, well, duh. Like, you just can't, when we're in the store randomly, ask to get a game because we can't afford to get one just randomly. Christmas is different. So I felt like an idiot. I felt like an idiot. But such is life. I don't remember which way that's supposed to go on. Oh well. It's not that. It goes that way. Okay, that might make that fit now. Let's see. But yeah, like the very first console we had was an Atari 2600, and it's because a bunch of our older cousins at the time didn't want them anymore because it was like right when the gaming industry died, and you could get games for like $5. So my parents were fine at that time with us having the Atari because they could actually afford to get games for it because they were only like $5 because the gaming market had crashed. Um, so they didn't have any issues with that. But my brother and I were stupid and gave the Atari away. And then we regretted doing that. Okay, what are you stuck on now? You know what? Entire plastic covering of this pin connector, you're going away. This is not usually suggested. The plastic is usually there for a reason. But since this Game Gear already doesn't work as it's supposed to, and I'm just trying to cheat to get a working power stuff, we're gonna do this. And the plastic shield is there to make sure you put the pin stuff in the right way, but I know which way it goes, so. Indeed. But it crashed because they were putting out crappy games on the Atari. I'm gonna bend that back to allow room. Have I bent the pins slightly? Come on. I believe. I have faith in you. Get in there. There. Again, not suggested. Whoop. There goes the power thing again. Right. So, where did it go? Just trying to get a working Game Gear. Pitfall. I really liked Adventure and Bump and Jump. I mean, I still have an Atari. I went back and got an Atari years later. Okay. I did put that in the right way, right? Now I'm second guessing myself. Where's the original power board? Which one's the original? This one. Okay, I'm gonna take it back out because now I'm actually second guessing myself that I put it in the right way. It is really in there. It's coming, just slowly. I actually think I had it in the wrong way. I did. I had it in the wrong way. Well, then it's a very good thing I took it out. Goes this way. Yes. That's why it doesn't fit. They completely swapped the way that they have it in there. That plastic shield needs to come completely off or it's going to be in the way. I know, right? It's a very good thing that I doesn't void the warranty. I'm pretty sure that there's no warranties on Game Gears anymore. Don't think anybody would have had that long of a warranty. Just saying. So no, it doesn't void the warranty. So yeah, we're gonna need to clip this entire plastic thing off because it is just in the way. They swapped the way that the plastic connector is. I don't even know if I can cut it without accidentally hurting the wires. I mean, I can cut part of it off, but eh. That's just cutting tiny pieces. Wait, where's my other one? That'll work. It's hard to get in there because of the pins. Okay, make sure again I'm putting it in the right way. It goes in this way. So it goes this way. Move this over here, sorry. Pin. Why in the world did they swap which way it goes in? Yeah, no, that plastic shield is going to have to come completely off or it is not going to fit. Ouch. Again, this is not suggested, guys. I don't have a scalpel. I just have a razor blade and it's not quite going to be precise enough. I have bent these pins all sorts. This is taking up more time than I expected this part to. Okay, so it goes in again. Make sure it's the right way. It goes in not that way. It goes in that way. Would you please just cooperate? Bent all the pins. That should be down far enough. Guess we'll find out. Exactly, don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Aqua! Thank you so much for the resub. Ugh. Come on. I just need to put one screw in so it's good and secure. Seriously though, Aqua, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. It's going. It's not going that great actually, honestly. I'm trying to get a Game Gear that works. So, I mean, I started with one that a friend of mine had sent it to me saying it didn't work. It doesn't stay on. So I'm trying to piece together Game Gears to get one that works. And you just got here in time for me to test it again to see if it works. All the shout outs. Pew, 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 pew. Oop. Well, that doesn't power on at all. Oh, because it was already on. So it's not the power board, guys. Still powers off. That doesn't give me much hope for this board. I know, right? So many double A's. So many. Okay, so that does not give me much hope for this board at all. So let me... I mean, I have so many boards to choose from. I would pick the one that's weird and not like any of the others, and it doesn't work. This one's dead. They wrote on it that it's dead, so I'm not even going to attempt that one. Let's see. Get the game out. At this point, I just want to see if I even have a functioning Game Gear before I even do anything else. So we're gonna go on an adventure. Come out. Ugh. Okay, so that's going away. Game Gears! Where are all my boards at? Here's some. Of course, it would help if it had a screen on it for me to actually see if it turns on or not. Jeez. Thank you so much, Aqualung, for giving that gift sub to Scotty. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Well, yes. I mean, I can still use the case perfectly fine. It was the only one that had screws in it still. But I do... this is not good. XP! Thank you so much for the sub. 6 month sub. You just sub for 6 months? Well, I guess it is September, whatever, however you say that, isn't it? So you get it cheaper. Nice! Thanks! Appreciate it. I don't know if I want to try this one. I don't know how well you can see. There's some shattering going on right over here, which is usually not a good indication that it's gonna work. So, let me see what else I got going on down here. Like I said, I do have a ton of Game Gear boards. I don't remember if I actually... that doesn't have a screen on it, so that's no good. This was the LED modded one. I tried to power it up earlier and it didn't work. So what else do I got for screens? I have so many Game Gear boards and so many of them that don't have screens. It's kind of funny. I have not blown up anything yet. Okay, this board. Hey, this is one of the original ones. This is a 2-chip board. So this is an early version. Let's see if this one. Screwdriver. Since I completely destroyed this port, I'm going to go ahead and swap it to one of the other. Actually, I don't think I can swap it to one of the other. They don't have... I'm using batteries right this second. I can always put a power jack back on. It's like, they don't have the power jacks, but that doesn't matter. Come on. Come out. Come out. Thank you. Okay. Well, fingers crossed we might get a working Game Gear. Means all of that cap replacement I did was for naught! Which means I'll have to do it all over again. I don't want to do it all over again. It's what I get. It is what I get. Come on. Get in there. Don't tell me you're not going to fit over here. Swear. I swear. That's only for the audio board, though. I don't need the audio board. We can test this without the audio board. Swear. They kept changing them just enough. Just enough. No worries, kitty. And this one doesn't do diddly squat. Yes. Well, I might just have to try the one that's shattered. Power board is over here. Yeah, the batteries are good. They're brand new. I mean, I know that the Game Gear sucks a lot of power, but they're brand new and I've only had something on for like 2 seconds. So. But to be fair, I bought dead Game Gears. Because usually they're not actually fully dead, you just have to go through everything. It's just handy to have one that you know is already somewhat working to begin with. So you are no good to me. We're gonna try the one with the cracked stuff. I mean, like, most of these Game Gears that don't have the screen on them anymore, they probably work. It's just not easy for me to test it because there's no screen. Like, this board looks really nice, actually. Anyway. Come out. Pretty sure the audio board is just audio, that the power doesn't need to be on it. Because apparently this audio board is different than all the other ones. Of course it is. Of course it is. No, I did not. Why would I do that? That makes sense. I mean, I know that... Actually, you know what? This power board might not work. It might not work if it doesn't have the power jack on it. It might be connecting a thing together, now that you mention it. Do I have another power board somewhere? Besides the one that the jack's wrong for everything? You raise a good point. How dare you come in here with logic? But you know, but since you mentioned that, like, since I have the power plug off of it, that might actually be cutting a might have disconnected something. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. See, I'm rusty. I'm rusty at this stuff. I don't think about the obvious. Come on, screw. Okay, I know that the power board that I hacked up the thing on works because it did turn on. It flashed on, but we're pretty sure then that it's the board because that's what the other one did. So I just need to remember how to actually put the jack in the proper way since I have completely destroyed its housing. Screw. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for a screw. Check if you got power. But that would mean getting my multimeter out and making sense, XP. I will take a look at it later. Has it paused again? Is it saying that I've been gone? Yep. Yes, I am still listening. Stop judging me. Stupid YouTube. All right, so right. Which way does it go in? That way. Again, not gonna connect the audio because it's stupid. Would you just flip over, please? No. No, I will not just flip over. I don't have much hope for this board, honestly, with how this looks. Oh. Well, it stays on, so that's a good sign. But with the cracking on the LCD, there's like probably no chance that that LCD is working at all. Okay, so this board stays on at least, so that's a start. So now that I have it back to a board that I know powers, I'm going to try that other one that has a screen really quick. But this is a possibility. Yes, she reinstalled it the other day and she's like, this is entirely Aqua's fault. And she made it sound like she was actually mad at you. She loves this game. This way. Getting myself all turned around. Goes this way. So it goes this way. I don't know why I keep trying to put that one in there. It doesn't work. Yep, nope, this board just don't work. Okay, so we're going with this one over here. This one right here, since it at least stays on. All right. That can go over here for now. I do not feel like doing all those cap again right this moment. I need to find a picture. I have a picture somewhere of everything I can remove off of the Game Gear. I don't know where I have it. It's probably on my external. Ah. That's for wiring. TV board. I wonder if my guide is still up. I've not been to my forums in an age. Let's see if I can find where I had it. I'm pretty sure I have a picture in there of what you can remove. Sorry guys. I just really need to know what I can remove because I don't remember. Of course, not all my pictures are showing. Frick. I mean, obviously, I know I can remove the screen, so I'm going to remove the screen. Game Gear screen, anyone? And I can remove the lights. We're going to remove the lights. the light. The horrible light. Horrible, horrible light. I know there's more stuff I can remove. I'm pretty sure I can remove this and some more of these bits over here, but I'm going to wait to remove anything until I find my picture that tells me what I can remove. I know I can remove the screen and the light because that's kind of the whole point of turning it into a console. Okay, so we are now going to work on... I'll do the cap replacement on this later. Like I said, I already did that on the other one. I don't feel like doing it again right now. I will do it because it does help it to be better. But we are going to work right now on hooking this up. And that's how we get TV out. That is how we get TV out, is with this handy dandy little board. There's way too much solder on here. Because what time is it? Really get my desoldering iron out for this. And the reason is you. All right. Okay, so we have a 2-chip model. So I need to pull up my instructions for a 2-chip model. 2-chip. That's 1 chip, 2-chip. I've worked on this one before. Which means that this might actually not be a fully functioning one if I've worked on it and then put it to the side. I tried putting this on before. I see where I've already moved these resistors some. So this might not be a fully working one. Or I might be able to repair it. It's very possible that this this horrible soldering job I did where I accidentally moved one of these, I could fix. Pretty sure it's actually soldered on there. Anyway. It what? It's lost in the what? I mean, I can zoom in the camera if you would like. 1 second. This is camera 2. Properties, configure. That's the wrong camera. You don't need to see my face closer. Oh, garlic salt emote. Ha, lol. Lol, the garlic salt emote. Though I can zoom it in. I'll work on that for next time so y'all can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so I need a whole lot of things. help if I get some wire out also. Let's see, where's my good wire? This is all my crappy wire. There's my good wire. Okay, so a whole bunch of tiny soldering with this. I need, let's see, go back over here, make sure I'm looking at this the right way. I'd really like to get this where it's working to a TV today. Don't know if that's going to happen. We can try. Okay, T10. Definitely worked on this one before. I don't know why I still had the screen on it. That is T10. T10. What's T10? I don't know what T10 is. That can just be there for now. Excuse me. I need to replace at least one cap because I need the spots under it for some voltage. So I need to replace this one at least for now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well then. This does not want to budge at all. Seriously. Like, not even a slight, tiny budge of this component. These are not supposed to be this hard to get off. Well, I finally got it off, but I may have ripped up what it was connected to. Good grief. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that ripped up that pad. Everything's going great today, guys. Sega Nomad is basically already a home console. Like, it has AV out and you can put a controller in it. Mm-hmm. I can't tell if I actually ripped it up or if it's just so dirty. I think I did rip it up. God damn it. Everything's going awesome today, guys. Awesomely wrong. Ugh, I'm getting super annoyed. So I'm pulling out one that's already modded to see if it still works, because I pulled it out of the handy gear and I don't remember why. Taking shortcuts. Just don't remember what all the wiring is to. This one's a mess though, because this was one that I had for the handy gear, which means that I had something hardwired to the thingamabobbies. Yeah, the thingamabobbies, that is a real term. Except for this one doesn't have any of the ports on it anymore because I ripped it off. So no, we're not going to use that one. Dang it. Everything's just not going the way I want it today. At all. Dance with me. Ah, this is one I've already removed components off of that I don't need. Okay, so we're going to go with this board right here. Again, it still hasn't had the cap replacements, but it's not one that I've done much to. I removed some components off of it, but it looks like that's about it. If I can get this cap off, I'll move ahead. There we go. That did not rip up the solder points. Right, so I need all of this to go away. I can get to one capacitor. I need a 10. 10. Hmm. We might eventually get something actually accomplished today, guys. Might. Might. I don't hold any promises. Okay. So, like I said, I still need to do cap replacement. But first, let's see if we can even get a video out. Okay. Gimme Tricks, thank you so much for the subscription. This is true, Scotty. This is true. It's just frustrating when my first modding stream back is like, everything's going wrong. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to need showing you what can happen. Anything can go wrong when you're doing this stuff. Anything. Even people who have been doing this stuff for ages mess up and do make mistakes. I need to connect a wire to trying to figure out how to get in there easily. To this side of this resistor. Nope, come here. I forgot to tin you first. Stay still. Don't roll. There. Tin your wires when you can. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, that is the pixel clock. Don't ask me what these terms mean. I don't know. It's simply where the guy has found that you need to pull everything from the board to get TV out. And I don't even know where he came up with the terminology for it. So don't ask. Don't ask me what pixel clock means. I don't know. I will just say, I don't know. Tin the wire. And then we need to connect to both sides of the capacitor we just put in, because we need +5 and ground. I forgot to get out my... I forgot to get out all of my Sharpies. Come on. Babe, could you just get me a black and a red Sharpie out of there? Or close to those colors at least. That works. Thank you. Okay, this is the ground. Mark your wires so you know what they are. Of course, the black doesn't work very well. That's okay. It's good enough. I need to get new Sharpies. Probably. It probably does have to do with the timing. The mod to me makes no sense though, because he has like... I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing because he's figured out how to get TV out from a Game Gear, but it's like an H sync, a pixel clock, a C sync, and then 4 things that it pulls color from: D1, D0, D1, D2, and D3, and it all translates it into normal TV out signal. So I have no idea how the dude did it. He's brilliant. He's amazing. I don't know. I just buy the board from him because it's an easy board to use and follow. Yeah, it does start out, the original stuff is for analog RGB, but this board outputs RGB, composite, and S-video, I believe. I'm just going to be using composite because the TV that we have doesn't do S-video, and nothing we have here does RGB because America. Component is not the same. So yes, I'll be doing it with composite, which is not the best video output, but for 8-bit, it is more than fine. It is more than fine. Come on. Connect. Thank you. That is my +5. Apparently it has asked me if I am still watching again. Stop judging me. Okay, so that is the +5, the ground, the pixel clock. I don't remember what T10 is for. I think that's for making master, or there's a few games that were Sega Master System that were ported to the Game Gear that they didn't actually do it. It's literally just a port, so you can get it to display in full screen. The TV outboard will not play Game Gear games in full screen. It's a hardwired resolution. So whenever you change to a new screen, it's always just like the middle section of the screen. Like, I mean, it'll be quite large on my large TV over here, but if you were to actually just try to change the screen in a Game Gear to a new screen, if you're using the same size screen, you'd have a smaller image because it doesn't take up the whole screen. It has to do with the hardwiring of the system. I don't know. I don't understand why. I just know that's how it is. But there are a few games that will display full screen, like Mickey's Castle of Illusion. That one will, which I think I pulled in here if we can get it working so I can show. Yeah, I got it. Okay, we also need to get some C sync is this circle over here. This circle right in here. Yeah. It's not super large resolution by any means, but still, like, putting it on a TV, it's still going to be a lot bigger than looking at a tiny Game Gear screen. It's a very odd resolution. A wire, that's what I need. I need a wire. This is the C-Sync. I suppose I could go ahead and start wiring these. Let's see, ground. I'll also end up shortening these wires a lot. I just want to see if it works or not. Okay, we have ground. I have way too much solder on my soldering iron. Ground, 5 volts. Come on. 5 volts. I am stripping them so I can actually get to the wire. It's not usually suggested to do it with your teeth, but that's what I do. That's what I have. What else have I put? The pixel clock. Pixel clock is 2 up. Well, 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This one right here. So that's the pixel clock. Okay. Back over to, actually I could just look here, then I can see it all in one place. That's a lot easier. Then the H sync. I hate doing the H sync. The H sync is the 5th pin from the end. I don't ever do it on the pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these are just thin wires, so it's not a huge deal. Still, you're not technically supposed to do it that way, but yeah. I can almost see. 5th pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is when, if you had better eyesight than I do, it would be very handy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth pin. I never actually wire to these pins. They're too close together for me. So I I go down the line some and I scrape off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My eyes are really not working though right now. Like, I cannot keep track of where this is at all. Hmm? I don't need you on yet. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one right there. So it goes. My eyes are seriously going buggy trying to see this. This pin comes, I think it's that one. Think. Which means if it is, it comes around to over here, which means it's one of these somewhere. But if it's the one I think it is, I should be able to do it right here. Get off, green. Get off. Get off. Give me access to the trace. One, 2, 5. I think I'm touching just the fifth one. 1, 2, 5. Come on. Did I scrape the wrong one? 1, 2, 5. Okay. Yep, I got the fifth pin. Right. Yes, it is very helpful. Still doesn't help me tons. I just don't have the greatest device sight. I still don't like doing it from there though. I know it goes back and it's one of these pins. Like it's one of the pins to the game. So let's see if we can figure out which one it is. Make my life a heck of a lot easier. Actually touching. Why does it seem to not want to work that way? It only works when I do it this way, which makes no sense. I'm just testing for continuity. Doesn't matter which way you'd hold them. And now I can't get it to do it at all. Right in there. Seriously? It's being a butt. Actually, it might be because I need to change the batteries. Yeah, I know. I just haven't gotten the battery and changed it yet. Wife is like, we literally just bought batteries. I'm like, I know. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need a battery. It's in the... Okay. I'm getting the look of disapproval from the wife. Thank you. Come on. Come off. Good grief, why do they make these so hard to get off? You still haven't sorted out the wires, lol. Mine's just one I got from Radio Shack, I believe. Back in the day, when Radio Shack existed. But it does what I need it to do. One, two, three, four, five. This pin right here. I swear it's one of these, because I swear that's where I soldered it on my handy gear. But it might be on the underside. I think it goes through one of the holes. Which those are going to be a heck of a lot harder to test. Can reach around this way and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it flickered. 1, 2, 3, 5. I can't get it to do it a constant. Either that or it was to one of the screen ones. Might have been to the LCD. I know that I soldered it to somewhere else besides directly on that pin, because that pin is hard. Like, I am not good at doing that small of soldering at all. But I was able to follow it easier when I did my handy gear stuff. Comes around and it ends up being the I don't know. It's the I need you to focus, eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, It's the 8th line up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get off. Get off. Everything get off. So I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Hey, my eyes did something right for once. For once. They did something right. Yay! Okay, so it's that hole right here. Right here. Which obviously I don't know which hole I am in, but it's going to go to one of these pins. Right there. Boom! Got it. That is much easier to connect a wire to than the other one. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th one in. The 8th one in. 8. 8. 8. The 8th one. Well, 8th one end of what's left of there. There's 2 of them that got ripped off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already lost it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I shouldn't. It's shinier than the rest. There. 8. 8. Not 88. 8. And that is the H sync. Let me just make sure I soldered the right one on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so that is, again, the H sync that is right next to the pixel clock. Pixel clock. Right here. That was way too much solder on my thing. I don't trust that. Really should have plugged in my desoldering iron. Yay, did a thing. I'm running out of room up here. Too much crap everywhere. Come on. Suck it up. Do your job. better. Took some of it off. Okay, try that again. There we go. Right. Next, the C-Sync. C-Sync. And the C-Sync is right below the pixel clock. Is right here. Right. All the other ones are the tiny resistors. Let's look at this the way the picture is. Except I won't be good at soldering from this angle. It is the top side. One, two, 3, 4. The top side. Need some solder there. I need some solder here. No, no, no. That is not what anybody asked for. That's the problem with these surface mount resistors. If you keep your soldering iron on one side just a hair too long, they just like fly away. Whoa. And then I need this side. That side, and then the top side of is it this 221? I can, what? Yes. Yes, that one. I like this song, even though it's a horrible song. Okay, so I need 4 wires. I'm going to leave these all connected. We're going to mark the side that starts with 0. This is going to be 0. So this is going to be 0. And then I'll just be 0, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and prep the other side. Since these ones are on very small resistors, I don't want to risk tugging on them at all. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Plastic. Yum. Okay. What time is it? Ugh. Tin. Tin the wires. Tin them. Makes your life so much easier if you just tin the wires. Too much solder on my soldering iron. Stop it. Just stay. Just stay for me, will ya? Okay, wires are tinned. I need to get the gob of solder off the end of my iron before I go to the tiny resistors. Right. Ow. Okay, so the orange side is the 0. 0 is the 1 going a different direction from all the rest. So I'm actually not going to wire that one first. 1. Of course, they're all in a really odd combination, too. 1. 1 goes here. Come on, wires. All the rest of you just bend back. I don't need you right now. I need you. This is, yes, 0. So this is 1. D1 right here. D1, that's connected. D3 is the one right next to it, so that's the last wire. D3. D3. And then we have zero goes here. Stop shaking. It would really help if I could stop shaking. Part of why I shake, though, is because soldering iron is hot. And I'm getting it quite close to my fingers. I don't know if this one really got on good. Okay. I breathe in and out while I'm doing it. Okay, so then over here, 0 is at the top. So which one's orange? So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3, 3, 2. Come on, cooperate. I said cooperate. I don't want to. Why would I do that? 2, 1. And 0. Okay, so that's that. I still need to get the unregulated supply, unregulated voltage. And I know there's something I need to do on the board itself. Lol. Sorry, I'm reading to make sure I'm doing this right. 2% in all cases. 2 voltage regulator supplies. The former is regulated from the main. Here we go. With the exception of enable. Where is enable? Enable needs to be connected to ground for the board to operate. I knew there was one on this side that needed to be connected to something that's not just to the video out stuff. It's been quite a while since I've messed with this board. Okay, so on here, is it actually ground to ground? Does this go all the way across to ground? Ground, ground, you grounded out? You are grounded out. You too? Yep, you too. Okay. So I need to have a wire that is putting enable to ground, or else it won't work. It won't work at all. Did you just tell me am I? Yes. I am still watching. Frickin' hate you. It's because YouTube is stupid. Are you still watching? Just like Netflix these days. Stop judging me. YouTube's mean. This is way too long of a wire, but like I said, right this moment, I'm just trying to see if I have an actual working Game Gear or not. And if not, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so upset. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm going to be very, very upset. Ground. So this one. I have way too much solder on my thing again, my soldering iron, and enable is the third one from the top. This one right here. Can tell there was hot glue on there. Smell of hot glue. Yum. Okay, so it should now be enabled. Video encoder is switched off. The signal can be used to enable the video outputs. When playing Sega Master System games with a cartridge adapter, the Game Gear compresses the video signal. This is what T10's for. Where's T10 go? The compressed video is not compatible with the output board. The compression can be disabled by connecting point T10 to 5 volt logic high. So T10 goes to 5 volt. That's what it's for. And then I can see if it is working, we can look at Castle of Illusion or whichever game it is that I have. So T10. T10 goes to 5 volts, which was the second one up on that side. Okay, so there's so many wires in the way now. Move down here. T10 to 5 volts. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, yes, it is on 5 volts. Okay. Ugh. That should be all of that. It's important to keep the pixel clock wires far away from all other wires. Oh yeah. Which one was pixel again? Pixel clock C-sync, this one. So I actually need to redo this wire. It's too close to everything else. I forgot about that. I forgot because it's been a while. But yeah, the pixel clock makes things go really loopy if it's too close to the other wires. So pixel clock, come out. Even though it's hard to keep it away from the other wires, but you know, such is life. Especially with what I have right now. At least it's not intertwined in the other ones anymore. Right, so on the other side, I don't need to worry about audio because I don't have any audio set up right this instant, so I just need composites and ground. Video is 1, 2, 3. It's right below enable. Video. Video. And then the ground. Stay still. Ground. Okay. Right. So, it's coming up to the moment of truth, guys. These audio wires need to go away. Stay away from everything on there. The moment of truth. I need not all of these Game Gears to be in the way. I have so many Game Gears. It's ridiculous. Okay, since the Game Gear I have has already been stripped of components, that means I should be able to power it with my my Sony. Well, it's not really a Sony one. This is what I charge all of my other projects with. It's 7.2 volts. So it should run on this because it doesn't have all the power hungry crap in it anymore. You're what I need, which means I can take the batteries out. Okay, before I fully do this, let's just review really quick that I did all this right. Okay, the 2-chip board. Pixel clock is on the top part of that resistor. T10. We have the ground and the +5. H-sync is the 5th one, which, again, let's make sure I got that on the 5th one. That is this one right here on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I got it on the 5th one. 5th one. And then D0 is the one that's sideways. So that's the one I got first. Going to D0, that's the top one. And then we have 1 is the first one under there. The other wire's all up on it. So it's on, and it's on the top side. D1, 3 is on the top side, and D2 is on the top side, and C sync. So yes, should have it. I honestly have no clue. Well, we're getting ready to see if we got video out or not. That's what we're doing. I do need one of those cases. And I need to plug in the power board. Oh, right. Power board. I need another power board to remember which way this goes on. Goes on. That way. Where's the holes? That way. Please go in all the way. Can't tell. There. Now it's in all the way. Say, I don't know, guys. Don't know if it's gonna work. Nope. There's nothing. One sec. Let me see if this is actually powering it enough. It is possible that it's not actually powering it enough yet, because I haven't done all the other modifications yet. So let's look at it this way and see if the power light comes on. Yeah, power light does come on. Okay, so nope. That's frustrating. That's very frustrating. It could be, it could just be because I haven't replaced the caps yet, since I placed it on the other one. I'm pretty sure this is one of my games that works. I do have a few that are problematic. Let me try a different game. I know this one works. I use this in tests all the time. Nope. I don't know exactly what's wrong. It's part of the mystery of when you have Game Gears that you're not fully sure if they work in the first place or not. Like, obviously the board's getting power because the LED turns on. I have it enabled. I have the video and the ground going there. Video. Like, it could just be because I haven't replaced the caps yet, and that does affect crap like this. But, I don't know. Let me just really quick make sure. Try it with batteries. Like, it really shouldn't matter. Like I said, I run the handy gear on this, but on the 7 point whatever volts, 7.2 volts, but just to make sure it's not being finicky right this second. Actually, I know something I haven't been checking to make sure that that's not the issue. Where's that pixel clock? Which one's the pixel clock? Yeah, no, it'd be showing something. I have no idea. I have no idea. That's all the joys of doing this as a hobby, especially when you're working with something you don't know if it worked in the first place or not. Man, I was really hoping this would work. Like right off the bat for me. But such is life. Sometimes such is life. It's like the only other thing I can think of is that the audio board does actually need to have something plugged into it. But I swear it doesn't, because I don't think I have the audio board even in the handy gear. Like, it shouldn't matter, it's just audio. In fact, I even have a picture of what the audio board is. Yeah, it's literally just audio lines. It should not matter at all. Well, such is life sometimes. Let me just make sure of one thing. Make sure the cable I'm using is actually good, that I have directly wired. Yep. Yep. So it's not that. Oh, it's getting power. It's definitely getting power. Oh well. We'll work on it more next time. Because I'm done for today. When you have everything go wrong, it just kind of makes you want to be done. So, plus I have a huge mess to clean up because wife will kill me if I don't clean it up. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of nothing accomplished today. Yep. 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 It happens sometimes. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump that. Turn off my soldering iron. But yeah, thanks to everybody who came out. I appreciate it. Let me move over to here. But yeah, thanks to everybody for coming out and hanging out with me, for me to be getting back into my modding streams. I'm sorry, this was a very not good modding stream. Like, everything went wrong. Like, everything went wrong, but such is life. But yeah, thank you to everybody for coming out. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the bits. It's I'm glad it was fun and interesting for y'all. It was frustrating for me. But yeah, we'll I'm not sure when I'll be doing my next modding stream, but we'll dive back into this and try to find a working Game Gear that I can actually start with. Like I said, this one might actually be working. I just might need to replace all the caps because I didn't do that. You're technically supposed to replace the caps before trying to do this anyway. But since I replaced them on the other board, I didn't want to do it again today. So we might try doing that first to see if this is actually working or not. That'll be next time. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. Follow me on Twitter to find out when my next one will be. Next Saturday will be my next Zelda stream because I am still going to be doing my Zelda streams. So yeah, but anyway, that's that. Yeah, that. But anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm not gonna do a raid or anything. So y'all just go watch whoever you want to on Twitch, and y'all have a great rest of your Labor Day. So yeah, bye.